Alright guys, how's it going? Today I figured since I've been really into this new Marvel Rivals, my first hero shooter, I'm now Plat 3, just got into Plat, so I figured I would show what my opinion is on all the characters, where I rank them as a Plat first time playing like this type of genre of shooter. So I guess we'll just get it going. Mr. Warlock, Adam Warlock, I'd say he's an A tier. He's not the easiest healer to use, but he's also very good. His ult is very good. Um, his healing is very good, and his other abilities are also extremely well. But I feel like he's harder to use. One, because he's not a healer that you can just like accidentally heal someone with. You can't like use your left click to heal someone like you can with like a Luna Snow. So that's why I would put him A tier. He's a little bit more complicated to use. You have to be good with him. Um, I don't think he's the best healer. I think he's up there though. But Black Panther. See, I've seen good and bad Black Panthers, and I think I'm gonna put him in B just because there's characters that do what he does better. Maybe not. It won't get as much damage, but they're just as annoying and they don't die as fast. When you're playing like people who will actually like protect their healers in the back. Like this guy's pretty hard to or pretty easy to kill. He's very squishy. I think he has like either 300 or 250 health. So I'd put him in B tier. Black Widow also C tier. She's good. There's just characters that is what she does better. Um, so yeah, I put her in C tier. I don't even know what her ult is. Yeah, I don't even know what her ult is. It's probably not that good. So I'll put her over there. Hulk, I'd say he's A tier. No, I put him high B tier because I feel like I never die from a Hulk. He's just annoying. He's just there, annoying, just like doing little tick damage. But you can like kind of fry him pretty quick. And if he goes into the Bruce Banner mode, like I swear I've only died to that once. I've only died to that version of him once. So I don't think yeah, I don't think Hulk is all too great, but I think there are good Hulks, and if you get pocket healed as a Hulk, you can be very beneficial for your team just because of the fact of when you're getting pocket healed and you can just go in there, stun people, pop your shield, just be annoying, clap them, hit them, push them back off the point. You can win games with Hulk. But like I said, I just think there's better characters. Captain America, let's just get into this next one. I think he's fucking not that good. When I first started playing, I thought he was annoying just because people were using him well, and I was in like legit bronze lobbies, so I didn't really understand the game. But now that I'm looking at it, I just feel like he puts himself on an island, and he has a shield that's only beneficial for him and not really his team. The good thing about his shield though is you can't melee through it, I don't think. So that's good for him, like I said. But everyone else is kind of just left in the dust. So I put him in B tier. He might even be C tier to be completely honest. Um, Cloak and Dagger. I'd say she's a really good healer. She has a good abilities. Her bubble, her I guess healing wall, very very good. Her ult is extremely good. Um, I feel like Cloak has alright abilities if you think about it. I mean, he can make you go invisible, which is interesting, I guess. It's really people really just use it more for an escape. They don't really use it on their team. It kind of tweaks the enemy team out sometimes though. Like if you were on the point, you pop a little ghost. They lost tracking for a second, and it just makes the things a little bit more chaotic. And I think her normal healing also is very good. So yeah, I put her in A tier. I wouldn't put her in S. But Doctor Strange is who I've been maining. He's an S tier. I mean, he's just so dynamic with his heal, not, excuse me, with his portal, and he has a good left click. It's like a shotgun almost. His melee is good. His shield obviously is super important, and I think him and Hulk might be one of the best tank duos in the game. Just uh, because of the team up ability that you get. So I feel like the Hulk is definitely, like I said, Hulk is good, but only paired with the Doctor Strange. Like I say, you have a Hulk and a, I guess a Magneto would work, but it's just like at that point, just put on Strange, get that team up ability. Groot, I put Groot in S tier too. I feel like a good Groot. You don't even have to be necessarily good with Groot, but I he is so consistently in my games at least putting damage in, taking the most damage, and having a lot of impact in the game. So I feel like Groot is very good. Even the groups I go against, they're super annoying. They completely counter tanks. Um, they just block off healers from their tanks from anyone else who's trying to get in the grill. If you do bad pushes, like I tend to do as a tank, I just try to push him back as far as possible and put pressure on, and then my whole team just backs up. So I feel like Groot's really good. He has good health. He has good team up abilities. Yeah, so I would say his ult's stunning. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about Strange's ult. Strange and Groot would probably be a really good tick. Probably is either, if not the second best, because I already Hulk and Doctor Strange are very good, but Doctor Strange and Thor are a great combo, just because of the fact that Groot is a tank. Like he has, I think he has the most health out of all the tanks. At least it feels like that sometimes. And Doctor Strange can also protect. Um, let's say Groot gets weak, pop a shield, all that stuff. I feel like that's a very good team. Obviously, Hawkeye, you're getting one tapped. It feels like sometimes you're getting one tapped with this fucking guy. I mean, there's not much left to be said. It's just his bow. His left click is just the most one of the most OP in the game. Hella. I mean, let's be real here. Best DPS in the game next to Hawkeye. Both are tit for tat. I'd say Hella's has a better ult. um, but yeah, I mean, there's not much to be said about those two. Iron Fist D tier, bro. Listen, he's all right, but when you're playing against good teams, like Iron Fist isn't really gonna do anything for them. He has a decent ult, like he's relatively hard to kill out of his ult, but I feel like he's not really doing anything on the map. I guess for lower tier gameplay, even like quick play matches, sometimes you can get a good Iron Fist that just is getting good timings and whatnot on solo plays and yeah. But other than that, I just think he's terrible. I do not want an Iron Fist on my team. Now Iron Man, do I put him? I've 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 seen good and I've seen bad Iron Mans. Um, he's kind of a tricky one to play, so I'll put him in the bottom as C. Put him in the bottom as C. Put Jeff. This can probably be a hot take. We'll put him in B. I guess I was gonna think about C or B, but we'll put him in B for now. His ult really good, obviously. He's the cutest character in the game. What else about Jeff? I mean, he has a good heal. I just feel like you have to be kind of cracked with the Jeff because of the fact that you actually, I guess he does have a wide heal radius with his um, water spray, I guess. But just when you compare it to like a cloak and dagger or even who or Adam Warlock, the the consistency that you can heal your whole team in one button with Adam Warlock is just you don't get that with Jeff at all. And when you have a healer on your team, you have that ult. Um, Sometimes you just wish you had an extra healing ult instead of a Jeff ult. It can be extremely clutch, but people are starting to catch on to you can get Jeff, you can kill Jeff out of that ult, you can counter that ult. So I feel like the reign of Jeff is coming to an end, but obviously W character. Everyone loves Jeff. I'll put Loki in A. We have a lot of healers in A. We now that I'm looking at it, we only have A tier healer. I think Loki's good. He's annoying. He's really annoying. He's a good partner up with Hela. You can always have a Loki up if you have a good Hela, which is consistent heals. Actually, you know what? You know what? Loki's going in the top of B just because he's not doing damage. He's doing heals, but I feel like he's just annoying with his clones. I feel like that's the only thing Loki has to offer is how shifty he can be with his clones. So I'll put him in B tier. He just does not have the amount of healing presence as any of the other people we've listed. Now Luna Snow's S tier. Her ult is extremely good. Her left click is extremely good. She has a freeze, extremely useful. And what else? And she can boost your healing and damage. Um, so that's just an all-around good character. I mean, that's um, you can't get anything better than that from a healer. You can look at any other. Let's look at Jeff for example. Jeff might be the most controversial pick on this list, but let's look at Jeff versus a Luna Snow. Like, okay, sure, Jeff has a left click and a right click, but Luna basically has all that in one button, with their left click, and then plus a stun, plus a ult that's beneficial for clutch situations, in more clutch situations where you don't have to like eat your whole team. So that's why I would put Luna S tier. You can still drop 20k damage with a Luna Snow as a healer and do a really good amount of healing. So uh, put her there. Magics. I'll put her like I'll put her in front of Black Panther just because I feel like she won't go as rogue with a Black Panther or as a Black Panther would because you think about it, Black Panthers are kind of like they go alone, and the reason they're annoying is because how fast they are. But as soon as they run out of their dashes, they're pretty like lost in the sauce. With the Magics, you never really see a good Magics player just pushing their back ranks all by themselves unless we have extreme pressure down or like one or two dead. So you'll always see the Magics getting in the mix, doing some chip damage, doing some parries, or not even parries, but like some stun, some what was there? Whenever abilities they like knock them, she like knocks people up in the air. I don't know. That's a really OP. Her portal I feel like is really good. You can come out of the portal, do damage. You can come out of the portal, drop a little damage monkey, I guess. I think she's really good. I'd put her. I think she's. Hold on. Let's do like. I think that's appropriate. That's looking appropriate. Magneto. Magneto. I mean, I feel like you can have a good Magneto, but compared to, I'll put Magneto. I feel like his ult's not that good. I feel like his ult's not that impactful sometimes. I feel like if you don't like almost direct hit someone, that radius is just kind of broken right now. So I'll put him there. He's a shield character, obviously. His shield's not as big as Doctor Strange's, but it's all right. He can do some damage. I just think he's a little bit more complex for no reason when you can just get an all-around better character in Strange. Obviously, we'll put Mantis S tier. You can buff yourself. You can buff teammates. Um, you can heal teammates. You can do good amount of damage. If you're a good Mantis with good aim, you can stay alive when you get hit with a Black Panther or like a Spider-Man or anyone who like pushes your back rank. You can definitely if it's a 1v1, you have a good chance of killing them with Mantis just because of how small the hitbox is and how fast she is. So I'll put Mantis up there. Um, Moon Knight, I'd say is right here too. I need to start filling up this A tier, which I will here soon. Um, I mean, yeah, Moon Knight's really good. I'd probably put him in front of Black Panther. and magic. Um, if you have a good Moon Knight who knows how to stack his abilities, you can't really go wrong with having one of these guys on the team. Um, now it might not feel like Moon Knight's doing a lot on your team sometimes, but you just don't see it. Like at the end of the game, they normally have a good amount of damage. You just don't see it because they're in the back, they're throwing their little boomerang things, and you just don't really see them. Um, but yeah, I like Moon Knight. His abilities are good. If you have a good Moon Knight you're going against, that's normally pretty hard to counter. But he's pretty squishy, so I just feel like a lot of DPSs that will and do sit behind the healers is a big problem. That's just the way people play them, but I just feel like that's no bueno. And obviously, you can have a very high level Moon Knight, but people with extremely long range um, characters seem to want to bait healers. I mean, obviously, you have a Hawkeye and a Hela up here, but their damage output's just so much greater than a Moon Knight just by themselves without any buffs with their little with Moon Knight's little portal thing or the Moon Sickle thing or whatever. So anyway, fuck, what's this guy's name? I'm just gonna call him Poseidon, the Black Poseidon. um, oh, I remember it sounded like something Brazilian. I don't know. I'd put him in. He's annoying. I haven't used him. I put him in A tier. If you have those good traps, he's a good ult. You can block it with the strange shield though. You can have good timing. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. His ult stuns and kills. Good left click. Octopus are annoying. I think it's a good character. Keep him in A. Put her in A. I feel like she's really good, but she's really squishy as well. If your DPSs aren't trying to take a 1v1 on her, and she can just flank around all day, go invisible, hit some dashes, get out of there. There's really no stopping her. But yeah, maybe at a higher level she'll be really good. Maybe a higher level should be S tier, but I think that's a good spot for her. Now Penny Parker is one of my other favorite tanks. I'd put her in A tier, if not S, off of personal bias, but A tier for sure. You can combo her stuff really well, and then a lot of people look away from her because of the destructible environments. You feel like you can't really hide it anywhere, but that's crazy talk. You can very easily get some good penny spots and take over a game. You can even pop a penny ult in the back of wherever your team's holding, back of a choke point. You can pop your spider hive and then your ult, and you still have the benefits of having that spider hive. Um, so I feel like Penny is really good. You have to know how to combo her, know how to use her stun C4, throw some C4s down, stun people into it. Yeah, I feel like she is A tier. I mean, Punisher, A tier. I mean, just all around DPS. Like, if you have a Punisher in your team that's not putting in damage, she's just bad. He's very easy to get kills with, very easy to use. Pretty simplistic character. Yeah, there's really not much to say. His shotgun's probably his best gun in his artillery. Let's go a rocket. I think a rocket is very impactful, so I will put him above like a Loki. Rocket's not really that annoying. He's just really good to have on your team for when he pops his rebirth. That is very clutch. His res, that is extremely clutch, and also his ult is very good for certain characters like a Punisher. So I would say he's a good mid tier. Now Scarlet Witch, I'm putting her in the back. She's good, right? She's good. Um, you know what? I think she's good, right? Oops, what the hell? Alright. She's good, but like I said, squishy. She has a good she's good at getting away. She can pop her ult, but like I said, people are coming around to it. You know, if you have good Doctor Stranges, they're just gonna block it. Um, there's just ways to counter it. There's not a lot of outplay anymore. Maybe in like a quick play or like lower ranks, but I swear as soon as you start climbing, you see that ult, it pops up an exclamation point on everyone's screen. So everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit!" Everyone's gonna kind of freak out and want to like laser it. So we'll put her there. I don't think she's bad, but I think you need good timing, and she's super squishy, and her left click is only good if you're like alone, and she can just stay away from you, fly around. Spider-Man, C tier, only good. Only good if your rest of your team is good. Actually, yeah, that's where I put them. We're gonna keep Squirrel Girl and D tier. These three, we'll even put Iron Man here temporarily. I put Iron Man up there because I've seen good ones, but we've every time I get one of these three on my team, I am so checked out. I become so toxic. I'm over it. The game's over in my head. Like we lost. Even though we win sometimes, I'm just like these characters I feel like are the least impactful. They don't do anything and they're always saying, like, "Oh, look at my kills." I'm like, bro, it's assists and kills. Like, let's chill out here. But anyways, before I go crazy, these three are probably the worst characters in the game by far. Now, Star-Lord, dude, I would put Star-Lord as a S tier DPS. Um, I mean, yeah, I would put him as a S tier DPS. Like, if you have a Hela and a Star-Lord or a Hawkeye and a Star-Lord, like, I feel like your team is very, very well set off for it, no matter what. Even if you have like a Star-Lord, like anyone else, well, you really do need someone up front or like looking down range. But I don't know. I feel like I strongly believe Starlord is an S tier. The only thing about him is his health, but I mean he is a duelist. You don't get extra health in his ult either. You don't get like a shield or nothing. But I think he's S tier. Now Storm. I'd almost put her here for the sole reason I don't ever see her being played, and I don't feel like her I, buff is good anymore, and her ult is kind of, I mean, it's alright, but every ult you should be able to get a kill with, basically, like realistically. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep her down there. I don't really ever see her played. And when she does, she's not really doing much, and she always gets switched off of. So I'll keep her right there. I'll put a Thor right here. I think Thor's good. No shield. He's kind of like a Hulk or a Venom almost. You can go against a good Thor. He's very OP. I mean, with Hela, actually, you know what? We're gonna put Thor right here because you're probably always gonna have a Hela in your game. So um, having a Thor is always very nice, just for that always extra pressure of that tank and Hela combo, tank and DPS combo. That's always rezzing. I mean, dude, if you have a Thor, Loki, and a Hela, like you have two very valuable assets on a team being resurrected every time Hela gets a kill. So yeah, keep Thor there. Venom, I would put Venom in B because I don't see Venom really getting a lot of kills. He's being very, very, very annoying, right? You always getting dived by Venom, but he doesn't have enough output damage and um, a shield counters him. You can stun him after he uses his shield, or you can like rip down his shield, stun him, and then just get him out of there. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Venom isn't all too that, but he's also very good, obviously. You always want a good Venom on your team. Like if you have a Venom, someone who's a Venom main, like you want him playing that as another tank at least, or as a tank myself. Like I always am super grateful for a Venom or like a Hulk, um, just because they just get into the mix of it, and I can focus on people who are trying to target DPSs while they're just like tweaking everyone else out. Now, Winter Soldier, I'll put him up here. He's very good. He's a very good pistol. I think he's better than. Yeah, I put him right there. He is a very good character. His pistol is very useful. Obviously, left click is very good. Um, I don't really know his other abilities. He has the grapple. Okay, that's good. You can make some good plays with that. And I don't know. I think it's. I don't really remember any of his other. I know his ult is very good. I don't know exactly how it works. I just know it's very useful. I've always seen people have a lot of impact with that. So yeah, I'll put him there. Honestly, in A tier. And then Wolverine. I feel like Wolverine's another C. Um, I'm a big Wolverine fan outside of the game. But here he's almost like a Black Panther. But I feel like a Black Panther is staying alive more than a Wolverine. You can honestly put them both in the same category, but I think a Black Panther is staying alive more than a Wolverine, just because of how much he can get away and how shifty he is. I feel like you can track down a Wolverine pretty easily. So for that reason, I'll keep him there. And ladies and gentlemen, that is our tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this isn't too controversial. And yeah, have a great day, guys.